Hello, everyone. Assuming that you can all hear me and see me fine, it's always the honors of doing the first talk. I want to welcome you all to another Vue.js Nation brought to you by Vue School. Jen already mentioned a lot of the things that we're putting together at Vue School and that I was thinking of sharing with you today. I will make sure to skip through the things that we have already covered, and my goal is to share with you the insights and all of the amazing projects that we have been working on and that we plan to release for the Vue community this year. So my talk today is called The State of Vue School 2024, and the big announcement for the end of the talk, to not break the habit. And this talk, I will start with all of the new content that we put together for Vue School and for the other training platforms last year, the 2023 projects that we released or that we progressed, and lastly, I want to share our exciting roadmap that we have for this year, as well some cool new projects that we will be releasing. If you're new to the Vue community, Vue School is the first learning resource for Vue.js. We started back in 2016, and over the years, we have tried to work with the greatest experts from the Vue and from the development community in order to put together very, very specific, very specialized content for Vue developers. Our mission at Vue School since the beginning is to make Vue.js education accessible to everyone around the world in order to make the developer's life easier. And we achieve that by providing a lot of free resources for developers to learn and learn a lot of tools that there are not a lot of resources out there. So it's like very specialized content, and also with bringing the community together with various activities like this one. So nowadays we have evolved Vue School to make education accessible through these 5 components. These are the conferences, courses, written tutorials, workshops, and recently also with our new Vue Developer Certification Program. In 2023 alone, using these five components, at Vue School we educated 1.6 million Vue developers. Every year at Vue School, we're hosting 4 online conferences, which are Vue.js Nation, the largest Vue.js conference, which is the one that you're all part here today, Nuxt Nation, which is the largest Nuxt conference that we host in October, and Vue.js Forge, which is a totally different type of event. This is an event where the participants get to mingle with other developers from the community, create teams, and build Vue.js applications together, while we have the experts also live coding the same exercises and challenges during the event. We have the rough calendar, to say the rough dates for the conferences for 2024. After Vue Nation, we have Vue.js Forge in April, episode 5, and episode 6 of Vue.js Forge will be in August, and then we have Nuxt Nation in October. I'm very proud to know that as of today, at our conferences at Vue School, we have hosted over 80,000 attendees from all over the world, and have like the greatest lineups with the framework creators, all of the library maintainers, the core teams, also from the ecosystem, sharing their expertise and the updates with the community, and also providing a large medium for the creators to share all of the cool stuff that they're working on. And we managed to make all of these conferences fully free, thanks to all of you, the amazing Vue School customers that use any of our services, and of course, the sponsors that we have in each specific conference. Now, speaking for Vue School content, over the years, we have produced 1,070 lessons and 57 courses on all of the things Vue.js and the broader ecosystem, like this bunch of logos that I have here on the screen. In 2023 alone, we created and we worked on 12 new courses, which are the ones I have on the screen, and released 197 new lessons. To highlight some of these courses, I would highlight some that I think that that they're the most helpful or relevant for a broader audience, and these are Laravel backends for Vue.js 3, common Vue.js mistakes and how to avoid them, the Tailwind CSS fundamentals, content sites with Astro and Vue.js, and rapid testing with Vitest, which is a course created also from the Vitest creator, Anthony Fu. And all of these courses and all of the other courses we have at Vue School, the full course catalog, is accessible under a single subscription. So you can think of it like Netflix, but for Vue developers. And we have new lessons added every week. For many years, every week we will release new Vue.js lessons and cover new and more technologies. At Vue School, last year we released 37 new written tutorials. And again, to highlight a bunch, we have tutorials on using Vue with Laravel, what to expect from Vue.js in 2024, Nuxt performance, Vue.js directives, and debugging magic with Vue DevTools. You can find all of these tutorials and hundreds of other tutorials that we have created on Vue School.io/articles, and all of this content is available for free. As I mentioned, at Vue School, we also host workshops, which is a more specialized training format. It is intensive, hands-on live training. And we host workshops at conferences like Vue Amsterdam and VueConf US, but also we host them in-house for companies. In 2023, we hosted 19 workshops for 758 participants, including our online workshops in our virtual classroom. And these workshops, the online ones, are available for individuals, so anybody can join, as well as for teams that they take the training together. Some of our most popular workshops are the Vue 3 Composition API, the Vue.js Fundamentals, Vue 2 to Vue 3, TypeScript and Vue.js, State Management with Pinia, and Nuxt 2 to Nuxt 3. I think yesterday or Monday, we released the workshop schedule for 2024. So if you're interested in live training, you can check that out. This is for the online workshops. And if you are part of a company and you're interested in a specific concept or a private training, you can also inquire for that through the website. Sweet. Moving on, mastering Nuxt. Mastering Nuxt is a different platform than Vue School that we have created in partnership with the Nuxt team. Mastering Nuxt, as the name implies, is the platform to master Nuxt, and it includes master courses and tutorials. Here I have, again, some of the tutorials that I think are pretty cool for Nuxt, which you can find on masteringnuxt.com/blog, along with dozens of other tutorials, which, same as Vue School, they are all free for all of the Nuxt developers out there. And we keep producing expert Nuxt quality tutorials every week. The Mastering Nuxt course, which is the main offering of the platform, is a masterclass that is constantly updated to the latest Nuxt features. 25% of the revenue goes directly to supporting the development of the Nuxt framework, and the course will soon get Nuxt 4 updated. And by soon, I mean when Nuxt is out, it's stable enough, and we're ready to upgrade. But this will be a minor upgrade, nothing like like a Nuxt 2 to Nuxt 3 migration. This will be an incremental with new features and cool stuff like that. Okay, so this was the content side, and moving on, I want to share with you all of the amazing projects that we built last year and that we worked on. It's been our most busy year so far. It's been like a madness. So I want to share and shed light on all the things we did, the things we wanted to do and we moved for the future, and also to share our thinking and insights on why we do what we do today. So starting with Mastering Pinia. Mastering Pinia is another new platform which we created in partnership with a Pinia creator. And it is a platform that helps you become an expert in the official state management solution for Vue.js. This is an intermediate to advanced platform. And the full course and the content there is created by the Pinia creator and Vue core team member Eduardo. And the revenue of this course supports the development of Pinia and also the production of more content like this. Again, we have the same pattern. We have also the blog where we are getting out free content. And I think these articles are really great for me. Like as a Vue developer, I would love to know Eduardo's top 5 mistakes to avoid when using Pinia and top 5 tips for when using Pinia. And the next one is the largest one and the most exciting project in our arsenal, which is the official Vue.js certification program. This has been a real adventure to make, to develop, to create the content. It's been a lot of fun and a real challenge, to be honest. The Vue.js certification program is a partnership between Vue School and Vue.js org. And we first announced it here at Vue Nation last year in 2023. And there was a lot of interest from Vue developers and from companies in the program. And from our side as Vue School, we wanted to make sure that the program is very helpful for the Vue community and for the Vue developers and everybody involved. So before we get to build the program, we surveyed and we asked people, we actually surveyed 2,700 people on how can we make this product the most helpful for you. And the most common feedback we got from people was to make it hard. It seemed that developers and companies didn't want a certificate that it was, like a pay to win, that somebody can just buy a license, go through the program and be certified, or like a certificate of completion. But they wanted the certification to be challenging so that it can really prove the developer's skill, that they can do what they say they can do. And a lot of developers also mentioned that it is important to be able to ensure that the developers we don't cheat, because if I can just Google the questions and fill in the answers, or I can get ChatGPT to give me the code and put it in, I shouldn't be able to get certified. I should be able to get certified if I can build the things myself, which is a really, really valid concern. It was very interesting to see from the participants of the survey that 95% agreed that the Vue certification would increase their professional credibility, which is really encouraging for developing such a program for us. And 70% would require additional training before taking the exam. And this was quite interesting because most of the participants were either mid-year or senior Vue developers, but they would still like to take time to go through the docs or do a refresher before they get to do the program, which is awesome if you think about it, because by going through the program, you will also have learned something new, or you will have sharpened your skill just because you put yourself to it and you give it some focus. And last one, which is more like just an insight, it was interesting to see that 69% of the participants did not have previous certifications. So for a lot of people, that would be the first certificate they put in their CV. So, we were up for a challenge, and we had quite some problems to solve. So when we categorize the feedback and we try to make conclusions in order to make sure that we can deliver on the promise, we figured that people wanted actually two things. They wanted the Vue certification to be credible by being challenging and not allowing cheating and stuff like that, and to support the developer's growth, so that the developer I can put in my CV. I will train more from having additional training, and maybe I add this as the first certification, because for a lot of us who don't have, like a university degree and other certifications and stuff like that, but might be amazing Vue devs. So after a lot of research, and as being like developer oriented, we decided that we cannot find a platform to host our program or to create in any way, and that we had to develop our own custom software, which is of course a Vue application. And we developed an exam that includes multiple choice questions and interactive code challenges that it is develop a feature and solve a bug. So in order for a developer to be able to pass all of the challenges, they need to know some theory to answer the questions, and also to have experience in writing code and solving bugs in order to have, like to check all three boxes. And they have to check all three boxes in order to be successful. We also integrated with a proctoring vendor in order to implement like computer tracking during the exam, so that the candidate cannot open other tabs, not Google the answers, and like change windows and all of the stuff, but also like not have other people in the room. Even though we do provide access to the Vue.js documentation during the code challenges, because we believe that Vue developer, it doesn't matter if they use the doc, it's good to use the docs. So that doesn't count as cheating, of course, but anything else it would not be allowed. And it is also ID verified. So no, you couldn't get your friend to get certified for you. It will have to be the same person and prove this. Next, we want to make sure that people have access to the preparation and the additional training that they inquired for. So we created 3 different levels of preparation. We created the preparation guide, which is provided for free in all of the tiers, and it is technically the curriculum and list of Vue.js docs resources for what to know to get ready for the exam. And then optionally, we have access to a training platform, which is so far it has been the most popular choice of the certified Vue developers, which is a combination of a guided run-through of the official Vue.js docs, including code challenges and multiple choice questions to practice what learning, and also like you can track your progress, and you have some nice features like this to support your learning. And lastly, we have the developer bootcamps, which is an intensive way of training for the people who need something more dedicated like this. So speaking of credibility, like platform aside, in order for the certification to be credible and accurate, we created the questions and all of the challenges working with the best Vue experts. And we even have Evan Hu, the creator of Vue.js himself, reviewing every one of the questions and every one of the answers on the code challenges before we put them on the website. And believe me, Evan is not easy. It's not easy on us. And we made it. We released the certification, and it's been a big success so far. We have been having exams for the last 6 months, and we have already had over 1,000 exams taken. We have seen many businesses jumping on board to get their team certified, from startups to some pretty large companies that we would not expect. And something that makes us really happy is that 87% of the candidates who go through the exam, they believe that the exam really validates their Vue.js skills. So they think that the dev who can pass the exam, they know Vue.js, which is a massive achievement. Like this is, to be honest, this was better than what we hoped for, and makes us really happy. Some other insights from the post-exam survey that I would like to share with you is that 74% of people who participated in the Vue.js certification program, they saw their Vue.js skills improving, which was great to see. Again, considering that most of these people are medium and senior Vue developers. And another happy news was that 84% of the participants would recommend to a fellow Vue developer as to also get certified. And these are impressive metrics, especially since we were running in early access for quite some time, and this is a new homemade platform. There was a lot of things we had to take care of. We had bugs in the beginning. Sometimes people had to take the exam again. Like, there was a lot of things going on, and still people really get benefited from the program and would recommend it to fellow Vue developers. So this is when we realized that what we are building here for Vue.js certification is too big to be only for Vue.js. And this is how we decided to make Vue.js certificates.dev. So certificates.dev is what we call the platform for certificates for the modern Vue, not the Vue. Certificates.dev is the platform for certificates for the modern developer, even though right now it's only for Vue. This is our website, the certificates.dev. You can see the available certifications and more information on the program and the rates of success in the surveys that we release. You can see the available one that it's the Vue for now, the coming soon certifications, and you can also have your say on what certifications you want to see next. So here you can vote in the technologies like be it React, JavaScript, WordPress, or maybe you want like MongoDB, Python, whatever. You can fill in your own. And we gather a lot of data, and then we will decide which technologies we will cover in the future. For the time being, all of our focus is on the Vue.js certification that we want to complete, get all of the experience, all of the learnings from this before we move to other technologies as well. Great. Moving on. On a very light topic, with all of the new projects and products that we have been releasing at Vue School, we have had a lot of people asking, how can I get multiple Vue School products together? I don't want to make multiple purchases, and I also want to get a better price if I buy a bunch of stuff. Our answer to that problem is vuebundle.com. This is another application, like a mini app we made in-house, and allows you to build your own bundle of the services that we offer. And you can add things like Vue School Lifetime Access, the official Vue.js certification, mastering Nuxt, mastering Pinia. If you already have some, and if you don't, and you want to get all of the stuff, we have what we call the Ultimate Vue Bundle, where you get access to all 5 products. Like we like to mention often, to create all of these products, not only we spend an enormous amount of time internally at Vue School, but we work with with the best experts and the creators of the frameworks and the technologies, either for consultation, either for content creation, for reviews and stuff like that. And we always have a share to support the development of the frameworks and make all of the technologies we use better. So just so you know, for every Ultimate Vue Bundle sale, 22% of the revenue goes to supporting Vue.js, Nuxt, and Pinia at the same time. Okay, and that is everything from 2023. And I think these are all of the highlights. We also did a lot of other stuff, and we released a lot of content on different mediums. But I always want to keep the focus on what matters the most. And moving on, I would like to share some of the exciting new projects we have in the roadmap for this year. First of all, we are launching the Developer Bootcamp that I mentioned from the Vue.js certification, which is a new 3 weeks training that gets people from fundamentals to certified. It includes live training sessions, homework, and practice exam before the real thing. We have 2 bootcamps launching in the first half of the year, one in winter, one in spring, And actually, the first session takes place today. Right now, Daniel Kelly, our lead instructor, is hosting this workshop in another conference room. So yeah, you can talk about funny planning. So yeah, it's not possible to join the winter bootcamp anymore, but we will have a new developer bootcamp every quarter. We spent a lot of time developing these programs. This is the first time we create something that it goes over many weeks and it has such a specific curriculum. So we spent a lot of time to put this together, and from all of the experience we had from the daily workshops, and from what I have seen from the content, I think this is the best workshops we have ever created, and I can't wait to hear the feedback from all of the people who participate there over the next couple of weeks. In another subject of Vue certification, we will be launching the senior developer level eventually in the second quarter of the year. And initially, we wanted to release the senior developer last year, but with the way we created the program, and because we were getting a lot of feedback, like we had constant iterations on content, on the platform, on technical issues, on the curriculum, we really wanted to take the time to make the program as good as possible and push the release for later rather than making it early and not being accurate enough, because we have such great numbers on the first level of certification, and we wouldn't want to get anything less for the senior. We would still want like people to say, like, I have the senior developer certification, I can do advanced stuff and complex it with Vue.js. For Vue developers on certificates.dev, we are planning 2 certificates that we think are very relevant. And actually, this is based on thousands of votes that we have got already from Vue.js certified developers. So this year, we will be focusing, after the senior developer level of Vue.js, on a Nuxt certification program and on a generic JavaScript certification program. If you're interested in this, you can sign up to get notified on certificates.dev, and then you can be one of the first certified developer in these technologies, and you can take advantage of early bird pricing and pre-order offers that we release before we develop the programs, while you also support us in creating all of this stuff. The next priority that we are looking to tackle this year is the Vue School platform problem. I think a lot of you that are heavy users of Vue School are aware of this. But the problem that we have started facing recently is that with more content, it becomes harder to figure out things, or you would have to spend some more time finding the right lessons or the right tutorials that are needed to solve the problem, even though all of the content and all of the lessons we use naming and we have the sets is like recipes. So it's how to make sets like this, how I can implement this directive, and it's possible to find. The content can still be a bit overwhelming when there's so many different options. For example, there's a lot of Vue 2 and Vue 3 content. Even though Vue 2 has reached end of life, there is a lot of developers and companies that are still on Vue 2 and they have to migrate. So it's not that we can deprecate it, but that we have to filter it in a different way, to say. Another problem with options with a lot of content is that we have 2 APIs. We create courses with Composition API and Objects API. So 2 courses might be both Vue 3, but this doesn't mean that they are both using the same core API. And there is also alternative tools, it's not that everybody's using the same UI library or the same API solution for their backend. So now we have all of the options, and developers will go in and you will find the course and watch it by searching, for example, for Laravel or GraphQL or whatever. But we want to make all of this more smooth, and especially since we plan to create a lot of new content this year and the following years. Like, we are doubling down also on the team when it comes to creating content, and the more content we create, the harder it will get to consume. So it is a priority for now to solve all of this and provide a much nicer user experience to the Vue School platform users. So we are building a new platform, or like we have built a lot of this already. We plan to release it soon, which is going to be faster. It will have a new design and a lot of new features to address the problems that I explained. And this will include a personalized learning experience. So when we have new users, they will sign up, and you'll be able to provide your experience with Vue.js, the libraries that you are using, what are the goals from using the platform, and then the system will provide custom recommendations for consuming content, and also bringing together both video courses and tutorials and other resources that will be helpful in your journey. We're also building advanced filters and navigation for being able to choose options API versions of the libraries and stuff like that. We're creating robust learning paths that will be based on, again, developer experience, but it can also be learning paths for developing specific projects, or concept paths, like working with backends or building dashboards and things like this. And lastly, we will have the new library mastering pages, which will be topic-based pages, like, for example, like Pinia or Vue use or libraries like this. And we will have a lot of resources packed in a reverse way of how we offer this now. All of this we are hoping to release in the second quarter in 2024, along with a new design and the new front-end code. And lastly, before the big announcement, I want to give a shout out to all of the people behind the screens, all of the 21 folks that work here at Vue School. And this is a picture of us from last year. As you know, at Vue School, we are a fully remote company, and our guys are based in all of these countries that you see here on the screen. And for the first time last year, we managed to get together and have a team kind of hackathon where we kickstarted all of the certification platform development and the Vue cert in general. And speaking of which, in order to continue our efforts, and like I said, like, we double down on content production and in the quality of our platforms and improving the experience for all of our users, we're currently hiring for 4 positions: a technical team lead, which is a hybrid of dev and manager, a senior full stack dev, a QA engineer, and an instructor. If you're interested, you can apply at vueschool.io/jobs. And if you are not looking for a job, but you have an amazing friend, you can refer them to us, and we will give you a Vue School lifetime subscription when we hire them. Okay, and it's time for the announcement and to get out the new project. And this new project is no other than the Vue.js Masterclass 2024 edition. The Vue.js Masterclass is our flagship course at Vue School. We first released the course back in 2016, and this is how it all started with Vue School. Initially, Vue School was just one course, the Masterclass, and we would create all of the other video courses and articles and content to support developers into getting into the Masterclass, because the Masterclass was an advanced course. So we still had to educate people on state management, APIs, fundamental concepts before they can continue with the Masterclass. So it's like, we're emotional with the Masterclass, and it's also the most popular course that we still have on the catalog. The Masterclass is a way to learn to build real-world Vue apps. So it's not about learning Vue.js, it's about learning how to build with Vue.js, assuming you already know the foundation. And it's also about learning how to use the ecosystem of Vue libraries. And the 2024 edition of the Masterclass is a complete remake of the course we are starting we're starting from scratch. We will build a new application. Everything will be written from the ground up, and it's going to use the latest and greatest Vue ecosystem and patterns, including Composition API, Pinia, and many more that I don't want to share with you today. The Vue.js Masterclass will be available as a standalone course. So even if you are not a Vue School subscriber, you can get that one individually. But I am delighted to announce that we have decided to make the Masterclass 2024 edition free for all of the existing Masterclass of the Vue 3 course. So if you already have the previous Masterclass, you will be getting this one for free. And also this course will be free for all current, yearly, and lifetime subscribers. If you want to get notified for when the course launches, you can find it on vue.school/masterclass. We are aiming to release it in the first quarter this year, and you can sign up to get notified and get access to early bird pricing when we release it. Closing, I want to say a big thank you to the Vue community. Thank you for enabling us to do all of the things and put together the team that we are today. We are really grateful for your support.
Yay, thank you, Alex. A few questions for you, and thank you for also giving us updates of where Vue School is at. This conference wouldn't be happening without y'all because it's literally by you guys. So thank you. I appreciate it. There's so much good knowledge here.
Thank you, Jen.
So first question, and this is kind of exciting because it's the first conference of the year. Like we do multiple conferences of the year. And like one thing we talk a lot about is the certifications. What do those look like? Like if I'm brand new to this, what do certifications like the exam look like and what can I expect in it?
Mm-hmm. So the exam specifically is a series of multiple choice questions, and then we have the code challenges. So if somebody is taking the exam for the first time, it will go through the proctoring system. They will have to present their ID and get their system ready. And then they will go through a series of 30 multiple choice questions. This is assuming that they are doing the developer certification level. And then we have two coding challenges. The first coding challenge is a feature development. So we have an app and the developer has to add a new feature. And after solving that, we have a bug fix. So then we have another app that has a problem and the person needs to find what's wrong, fix it, and that concludes the process.
It leads into the next question too. What happens if I fail the exam? Like, is there multiple
Yes.
attempts or how's that work?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're not blocking people like if they fail for the exam. Like we expect this happens. So our system is is optimized for being able to take the exams again. So people can try multiple times. The amount of tries depends on the package that you get. Some packages come with multiples, but you can also get just one try. And we also have an algorithm that will see what code challenges people do. So when you take the exam again, it will give you different challenges so that it is not the same every time. So we work with question pools and code challenges pool that will change based on the previous experiences.
Sweet. And then one last question that is more of a curiosity question for myself. What game do you have behind you?
This is Street Fighter, the Street Fighter machine.
Awesome. Yay. I was like, it's a really cool background. I like your setup. And now
it has 3 different versions of Street Fighter, but it's Street Fighter only.
Nice. Well, awesome. Thank you, Alex, for kicking off the conference. And yay, Vue School.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jen. Good luck.